Hey everyone, this is Jamie Plies and this is Sifu Phu, and this is Sifu's Corner for Enter Shaolin, where we address your questions, concerns, and sometimes even your comments. So if you ever have a question, anything that you want us to address, just comment below this video and let us know, or you can always email us at support@entershaolin.com and we'll take care of you too. So Sifu, we have a lot of people that, think that for some reason we just do Wing Chun here at Enter Shaolin. I'm not sure why, because we actually do a lot of different stuff. So I wanted you to address for everyone, what styles do we teach and why do we teach those styles?
Okay. First off, the main thing we teach that we emphasize our system is the Ngo Dac Na. And it's a system of energy. It's not a style. We don't try to confine ourselves to a specific style, but my discipline myself, I've learned Wing Chun, I've learned the 5-animal system, I've learned Tai Chi, I've learned Chun, which is the art of locking. But like everybody, when they learn a specific style, you got to grow from that, and eventually it becomes good. You can make it your own style, and that's our goal, no matter what. So my family system is the Ngo Dac Na system. My background is I have influence in Wing Chun and all that stuff, and I've trained under that. But the main thing is the idea is to constantly grow,
right.
And I'm always training myself and discovering new things as I teach. And I'm fortunate enough to meet a lot of people. Like, I've never taken Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, but I've got a lot of students who are really high-end Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu students who've come to learn from me. And I learned some Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu techniques through my training and training with my students, and Muay Thai, same thing. And I get to understand their system, So I always want to expand my knowledge so I can better understand the energy and how it works. I don't care about style, that's why our motto is don't let style define you, let energy refine you. For me, I look at body mechanics. I look at how it works and it doesn't work. I don't care the style. If it works, it works. And a lot of times, we study body mechanics. We study how energy works within that, and we study how our body connects with someone's force. And so we are always growing in terms of how to better understand controlling energy, manipulating force, and all that stuff. So for us, I would like to say that our style is the Ngo Dac Na system.
Absolutely.
With influences of Wing Chun, the animals, Chun, and I always like to say a punch is a punch is a punch, a punch, a kick's a kick's a kick's a kick, okay? The idea is to draw a punch. Everybody draws a punch, but the manner of how you punch, that's what makes the difference. Everybody has a way of punching. Everybody has a way of kicking, but is one more effective than the other? Yeah, it can be, because the way you move, like for example, throwing your shoulders versus rooting, driving your hand vertical versus horizontal. Which one's better? To me, it's not which one's better, it's how you drive that connection better is what makes it better. So all that we study. We study body mechanics from how we move from the shoulders, how we move from the hips, and we refine that. And for the beauty about the Ngo Dac Na is it's not refined to Wing Chun. It can be in karate, it can be in wrestling, it can be in judo. It doesn't matter. It's the manner in which you move, and refining that movement to make it work for you without having to resist your opponent. I always like to don't resist, just assist. Overcoming strength is not by resistance, but by assistance. So we go on the goals of those principles, and we try to make that work in our system.
Right, and one of the things that I usually tell people is that, we teach Wing Chun, Tai Chi, Chun, Qigong, and ground fighting and stuff, but it's filtered through the Ngo Dac Na principles.
Right, because again, no matter what style you need, you have to use energy to move. You have to use energy to do a specific work, and our goal is to try to be the most efficient and effective way. So without wasting energy, without wasting time, without trying to use size and strength to overcome someone. Obviously, if someone's bigger and stronger and you're trying to use that, you're never going to do it because he's much bigger and stronger. So we have to learn how to make it work where strength and force is not the key. One of the principles is someone who uses a lot of force can only overpower you if you resist. Without resistance, that guy can't overpower you. Well, the question is, if you're not resisting, doesn't he crush you? Well, no, because a force that's usually driven to you is driven to a point. You can always counter that by learning how to curve and steering that point. A great example is like if you're pushing at me and I push at you, I can make it hard, right? So push into me, so you can see how you can go. But if I could just turn it, you can see, keep pushing, and you can see by me manipulating and controlling. If you can't control yourself, you can't control your opponent. And so we train you to control your body. Know how principles of energy works in you, then you can connect it to the opponent. And that's what, the idea is. That's our system. Now, if somebody has their own system, their own way of doing it, that's great. And, everybody has to find what works for them.
Right,
for us, it's all about the energy, the efficiency, the economy of motion, all that stuff to get optimal performance with minimal effort. And that's our ultimate goal. I always like to say the ultimate word that describes what we do is control. Okay, not peace, not harmony, not balance.
Right.
You have control, you have all that.
Right, that makes sense. So if someone was to join Enter Shaolin and they see all these different styles that we do teach and stuff like that, there's gonna be some people that obviously, they're already interested in Wing Chun, so they might just go into Wing Chun. Would you encourage them to try the other styles, and why?
It's up to you. I don't want to sway something that you naturally want to do. All I would like to teach you is how to refine that movement, and make it better for you. For example, like if you struggle when someone's punching you, and it's like you always find that it's hard for you to parry someone who wants to put full force, we can teach you how to not feel that stress because we teach you how to control it, not try to overcome it. So we always try to refine. So if you're into Wing Chun, more power to you. Everybody has their own. Like when my students come in, they go, well, what style should I take? I always say, it depends on your reasoning. What's your goal?
Right.
Are you doing it for your health? Are you doing it for martial arts? Are you doing it for self-defense? A little bit of both. So depending on which they ask, I can put them in the style that they like.
Okay.
And
Could you talk a little bit about the benefits and why someone might want to do, say, Wing Chun or Tai Chi, Qigong, and so on?
what style has benefits for what?
Right.
Okay. Wing Chun, its principle is to learn how to engage in combat real quick. It's one of the fastest learning systems out there in terms of Kung Fu, and learning how to hit fast and learn how the basic blocks. So it takes away what they call the unnecessary movements and keep everything simplistic. Keep it sweet and simple. That's basically what the idea is. They say simplicity is simply to simplify. So that's their goal. How to handle how to strike and defend yourself at a fast rate, more than other styles.
Okay.
Tai Chi, beautiful style, but it is a powerful system. It teaches you how to learn how to generate power without trying to use stress or force. It's a great health benefit. It teaches you how to align the body, how to create proper energy, how to project proper energy, and all that. So it's great for health, but it takes long for martial arts. So if you're trying to learn martial arts at a fast rate, that's not the way to go.
Right.
But if you want health, that's beautiful. The art of locking, it's basically what it is. It's locking out. And it's really a good way of studying human anatomy and understand how the body works, how it doesn't work. So the better you understand how the body works, the better you can manipulate a person. For example, this is just human body anatomy. If she holds her elbow straight, right, keep it straight. So I can't bend it. So I'm just going to go like this and see she can hold it. Keep it straight. Easily bend it. Now, why am I able to bend it? Because I can break down one point and I can shut that. I don't have to attack that directly. Knowing how the body works, if you break one point, the ones behind it breaks afterwards. So let's just say you make a fist, and I can't bend your fist. I take your thumb breaks, your wrist will break, and that turn will break your shoulder, which in turn breaks your elbow. So understand human anatomy like that, and you study that, and you study how the body works and it doesn't work. And you can learn to basically manipulate someone's energy and resistance easy,
Which I think is probably useful for any
Yes.
kind of martial arts.
Locking is very important because it doesn't require you to have strong power to knock a guy out. When you get a lockout, pretty much you can break that point. And once that's broken, the person can't use it, and normally they'll be in a lot of pain unless they're under drugs or something like that. They'll be in a lot of pain. The animal system, that we did, it's the 5 animal fist: tiger, leopard, dragon, snake, crane. If you want to learn more about it, we did do a webinar on it, so you can actually buy that and see that on Vimeo.
Yeah.
So you can, if you want to know more about that, but it is a mixture of 5 animals because of the powerful essence that it has, and it's great for multiple tasks. It's great for conditioning. It's great for body control as well. And all of them are good body control. I mean, it is all about body control. You're learning how to control your own body's motion, and then you have to learn how to connect to that person's energy and use that in conjunction with their force.
And can I
So-
say something real quick about the body control? For those of you that don't know, I just started my Kung Fu journey a year ago, and I will say if you are just getting started, or even if you've been training for a long time, you might realize that you don't have as much control over your body as you thought you did.
Yeah.
You know, I always, joke around with Sifu Larry and say, everyone has lied to me, my parents have failed me, no one taught me how to move right. So give yourself, some grace and don't expect to be at a certain point at a certain time. Be patient with yourself.
It's a journey, not the destination.
Yep.
So, but when we train, we train how to understand energy and how to work with that energy, and that's really what you want to learn to do. Because no matter what the style, it's all about energy.
Right.
It doesn't matter the name. It's just the word. Style is just a word. How you move makes the difference. Me throwing my palm into you, whether I throw my shoulder or am I driving the energy into
Right.
you. Those are what makes the difference. Okay. And so we teach you to refine your movements, how to connect your body's energy and make it optimal.
Right. And we also teach ground fighting, which is something, that I think most people don't expect someone that deals with Tai Chi and Wing Chun to do.
Yeah, one of the things I teach my students is that ground fighting, the ultimate goal of ground fighting in the end is locking. Why do you ground fight? Because you want to get a choke, you want to get an arm bar, you want an ankle lock, a knee lock. You're going for the lock in the end. So understanding how to lock can make a big, big difference, whereas, jiu-jitsu is about getting to the right position to get the lock. For us, we don't say about position for submission. We say feel the deal to make them squeal. And the idea is understand where the energy is going and then put it back on the opponent. You're not going against him, you're going with him. And you can manipulate that energy and put that back. Everything we do it's designed to take any force that he does and bring it back to point. That's our goal. And the point is our lock, and wherever it is we're doing. So if we got someone in an arm lock like this, and no matter what they're doing, if you're trying to push way back, we want to use that energy. So rather than trying to force him away, we want to take it and use it. So if you're pushing me this way, I will turn and use that energy.
Yep.
We're always trying to use the energy to work for us, not overcome their energy, and then whatever left we have, try to put against them. We want to magnify that energy by working with it, not against it.
Right. So if you were in a fight, obviously the energy is going to dictate whether you're going to bust out some Wing Chun, some Chin
Yeah,
ground fighting,
they're
Tai
all
Chi.
the same to me.
Right.
So I don't classify, how I do this as Wing Chun or Tai Chi, because when I do this, someone's going to say that, someone who's Wing Chun will say, that's Wing Chun, but it can be anything. I can go like this, and it's a tire system,
Right.
I can do like this, and this is a Tai Chi, it's not the one move that defines the style, it's how you move in that, the flow and all that defines the style in the end. So just, to me, it's just movement. Once you get good, it's just movements. It's not style. It's just how you move. And that's what we're all about, the movement in it. So for us, it's the energy principles.
Right.
That's what we and I use Wing Chun as a structure to build how to create energy in it. Tai Chi, how to create the energy in it. So we have to have something to create structure to learn how to move energy.
Absolutely.
And so that's why we have styles, and that's why we have systems that helps us to do that. So that's why the Ngo Dac Na is not a system. It's more an energy flow, an energy control, and you use systems to help build that.
Right. That makes sense. So if you've been wondering, why we teach what we teach here at Enter Shaolin, that sums it up. And also, thank you for sharing some of the benefits of why you might want to learn the different styles. Also, when you join Enter Shaolin, we also have a course called the Ngo Dac Na 101 course, which helps you see how we integrate all these different styles together and why we do what we do. So thank you again, Sifu Phu. And if you have any questions, if you haven't, comments, right below here. And if you have any questions, we'll definitely address that on the next Sifu's Corner. And if you haven't checked out one of our free courses or some of our free ebook that we have about the Ngo Dac Na system, which is actually really awesome. If you haven't read that yet,
It took me a while to write that, by the way.
there is a link below this. So check that out, and we'll see you next time. Thank you.